you feeling today? Do you think this is a positive step for those in hunting and outfitting?
Yeah, it's a great day. Hate to say, but it's a long time coming. But it's one step forward. It's really what we do need, and I think at the end of the day, if our population is getting to that vaccinated rate that where people can travel, it's the right thing to do. It's a logical thing to do because we do have to get back to where we were. That's what we need.
Well, how much of your business relies on American travelers, and how hard have you been hit by this pandemic?
For my business, we're probably around 95%, American visitors, and we've been hit hard. The whole tourism industry, Manitoba and Canada, have just been absolutely hammered by this, and it's going to take a long time to recover. With us opening, or the U.S. border opening up on August 9th today, which is obviously a great thing, but majority of the operators, Manitoba and Canada, have lost 2 years, and this is, honestly, this is probably just the start of, I guess, the survival mode for us, and it takes a lot for us to basically invest to start a season. And the unfortunate thing is, operators have done that, every year for the last couple of years, kind of thing, to where maybe it might open, you have to be ready, and that's kind of the nature of this business. So money has been spent at every kind of season, and the real shame is we're going, a lot of operators have lost their second year, and I don't know a lot of businesses that had I guess a business model to where you could weather 2 seasons, 2 years without any gross income. That's honestly, that's scary for Canadian tourism.
Have you heard from any American tourists, maybe regulars, who are really itching to get back? And how soon could you be welcoming folks from the States?
I think it's obviously it's a good thing. The vaccine, mandatory vaccines is important. But it's the testing going back and forth that I think is going to probably make some people sit back another year. Like, obviously for hunting and fishing and ecotourism trips and stuff like that in Canada, to where it is going to be it's a big hurdle because there is false positives and there is still COVID around, and it's not going to go away anytime soon. So if we are testing for it, you could be positive and have no clue, and then you get turned around at the border. Or, I've heard a lot of states are having a hard time getting the results on the PCR test. Sometimes it's taken 5-6 days, so they can't even get it within the 72 hours. So it's the testing coming in and, obviously going out if you're going on the airlines. But, for my business, what we've done, and we're picking all our guests up from North Dakota. So Grand Forks, Fargo, Bismarck, Minot. It's just really not using the airlines this fall or hotels or anything like that. So it's basically us crossing the line and bringing our guests across. And that seems to be, from what I know right now, is going to be the safest way for our business to run.
We're almost out of time here, but before we let you go, I think most people can't even imagine relying on, 95% of American tourists that you haven't seen over the past year, more than a year. Have you seen more Manitobans taking an interest in your industry and more Manitoban travelers?
I've heard there is, for my operation, no. We are very much catered to, I guess, U.S. and beyond. A drive-to destination for fishing and stuff like that. They're the ones that seem to be, doing okay with the Manitoba market. But, we need, we need that border open, and we need the testing kind of somewhat managed differently. But, time will tell, and the border opening today is fantastic news. It's great for all of us. It's a good start to the recovery.